Chicago. Case Keenum gave the Vikings the lift they needed, and that was just enough to spoil Mitchell Trubisky's highly anticipated debut. Keenum led 3 second-half scoring drives after Sam Bradford's troublesome left knee flared up again, and the Minnesota Vikings beat Trubisky and the Chicago Bears 2017 on Monday night. Kai Forbath kicked a 26-yard field goal in the closing seconds after Harrison Smith intercepted Trubisky, and the Vikings 32 came away with the win after dropping 2 of 3. "I didn't know if I would play," Keenum said. "That's something I've tried not to think about. I tried to approach the week like I was starting. I did the same thing I did the previous 4 weeks. I did the same thing I've done every week I've been in the NFL. I've tried to prepare like I've been the starter." Called on after Mike Glennon struggled in the first 4 games, Trubisky played like he belonged. The number 2 overall pick was 12 of 25 for 128 yards with a touchdown. The interception came after the Bears 14 took over on their 10 with 232 left in the game. Smith picked off a pass intended for Zach Miller on the right sideline that I am in at the 22. The Vikings got the ball at the 28, and Forbath booted the winner with 16 seconds left. Sidelined the previous 3 games because of swelling and soreness in his surgically repaired left knee, Bradford aggravated the joint when he was tackled in the first half. With limited mobility, he completed just 5 of 11 passes for 36 yards and was sacked 4 times, including a safety by Leonard Floyd. Bradford was listed as limited in practice during the week, though coach Mike Zimmer said there was no doubt he would play. He wasn't sure how much more time Bradford will miss. "We wouldn't put him on the field if he wasn't healthy enough to play," Zimmer said. He was very confident about it. He felt good about it. The medical people felt good about it. Everybody. "We practiced on turf for 2 days this week too, so that's even a little bit harder on the legs. But I don't think there was any doubt whatsoever he was ready to go." Keenum replaced him with 25 seconds left in the first half and went 17 of 21 for 140 yards and a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon had a 58-yard touchdown run. Everson Griffin contributed a strip sack against Trubisky that led to a field goal, and the Vikings beat Chicago on the road for just the 3rd time in 17 games. The Bears simplified their offense for Trubisky with fewer receivers and extra blockers at times. But he still showed the mobility and arm strength that convinced general manager Ryan Pace to trade up a spot with San Francisco to grab him on draft night. "I was trying to just elevate teammates with my presence, how much I love this game and how much I love this team," he said. "I think they have faith in me. They believe in me when I'm in that huddle and when I'm making plays." Jordan Howard ran for 76 yards. Pat O'Donnell threw a 38-yard touchdown to Benny Cunningham on a fake punt. Floyd had 2 sacks. Second-half scores: Minnesota was leading 32 when Keenum hit Kyle Rudolph for a 13-yard touchdown midway through the 3rd quarter. The Vikings celebrated by playing Dick Dutkus in the end zone, a play Rudolph called in the huddle before the TD. The Bears lined up to punt on a 4th down at the Minnesota 38 on the next possession. But O'Donnell passed to a Wadiapin Cunningham, who spun around Marcus Sherrills on the way to the end zone, cutting it to 179. Chicago used another trick play to tie it. The Vikings' Andrew Sendejo tipped a pass right to Zach Miller in the end zone for a 20-yard touchdown. The trickery came on the 2-point conversion. Trubisky handed the ball to Howard, who gave it to Miller. Miller then pitched it to Trubisky, who ran it in on the right side to tie it at 17-all with 12:24 left in the game. Transaction: The Vikings released running back Stephen Ridley after only 5 days to make room for receiver Michael Floyd, whose 4-game suspension from a drunken driving arrest with Arizona last year expired. Injuries: Bears LB John Timu left with a knee injury early in the 3rd. He was hurt trying to tackle Latavius Murray and had to be helped off the field. LB Willie Young triceps and cornerback Marcus Cooper back were inactive. Up next, Vikings host Green Bay on October 15th. Bears visit Baltimore on October 15th.